Today I'm going to try something I've never done before. Air fried stuffed mushrooms. Hey, welcome back to The Average Kitchen. Today I'm going to try using my Ninja air fryer on a recipe that I've been making for a long time, stuffed mushrooms that I normally put in the oven. So we're going to try them live here on this episode and see how they turn out. So you'll see here I got about 4 tablespoons of crumbled bacon, a green onion, a 1/4 cup, according to the measurement on the label, of cream cheese, and 6 good-sized mushrooms. So what we're going to do is start out by dusting our mushrooms, not washing them, just using a paper towel and slowly cleaning these. In the meantime, I can get my air fryer plugged in, which I should have already had done, and we're going to get it preheated. Boom. All right, so we'll do our mushrooms. We'll give them a quick clean dusting. And essentially what we're going to do is we're just going to lop off the stems, if you will, and then we're going to use a small spoon to clean out the center to create a pocket for our mixture. But what I want you to do is to retain that cleaned out mushroom center, and we're going to add it to our mixture before we put it into the mushroom, so nothing gets wasted. So in this case, when you're doing these, they don't have to be humongous mushrooms, but you may find it a little bit more challenging if your mushrooms are very small to try to clean out that center and to stuff them. So I'm very curious to see how the Ninja air fryer is going to handle these mushrooms. Mushrooms, as most of you know, retain some moisture, so I think some of it may get drawn out. We'll see, but I think it's going to be quite successful. So those are clean. I'm going to give my hands a quick wash here, Jamie. As previously mentioned, we're just going to cut off that little stem portion. And that we won't keep for now, we will not keep. So these are a cremon mushroom, but really any kind of mushrooms would do, whatever you like. If you like portobello or just white mushrooms. I don't suggest picking the mushrooms off your front lawn, personally. So now we're just gonna use a small spoon and very gently and carefully, we're gonna start to just carve out that center. And see how that pops out. We're going to put that aside. And then the inside of the mushroom is quite soft, so you can use your spoon and just gently, you can see all that coming out there, and you can see how we're creating this little pocket. Now these are like 1 to 2 bite appetizers, so you don't have to dig down too deep, and you don't want to break the backside of your mushroom. And the other thing too, you don't want to be like a ridiculous amount of filling that you don't, have a nice combination of the mushroom and the filling all together. So that essentially is what we want. So I don't know how deep that is. So this is the stuff that we'll end up putting into our mixture. So this is a little bit tedious, but it is what it is. So you'll see all that, we'll call it the stuffing or the inside there, that I sort of made that little pile. You can use the shape of your spoon to help guide you along so that you don't break your mushroom. You can see this one was a really good one here. That's a really good sized pocket. It's obviously a bit of a bigger mushroom, which allows you that extra room. Now, of course, all of our ingredients here don't need to be cooked per se. There's no raw meat or anything like that. The bacon's already cooked. I mean, mushrooms you can eat raw. So I'm gonna say that we're gonna air fry these for maybe like 7 or 8 minutes. All right, so there's our last mushroom. So now we'll just collect up some of this stuff and we'll add it to our mixture. And now we're just gonna basically start to mix everything together. Cream cheese can always be a fun ingredient because it's quite firm, even though I had this out on the counter softening, but you'll see it's gonna start to come together here very, very soon. And we're actually gonna top these with a little bit of microplaned Parmesan. Realistically, this is quite a flavorful bite when you've got that beautiful mushroom, bacon, cream cheese, green onion, and a little bit of parm on top. All right, so roughly that's what it should look like. So we're just gonna take, roughly a teaspoon to start, and we're just gonna push in. There, beautiful. And we'll do that for each mushroom. And obviously, depending on the size of the mushroom, you may have to reduce how much stuffing or filling you can put in there. They don't have to be super pretty, but you want them to look nice. All right, so we're just on the last one. So they're pretty full. I do have a little bit of the mixture left here, but they're pretty full, so I don't think I want to put too much more. So now I'm just going to clean up a little bit, and then I'm going to grab my microplaner and my parm, and we're going to give those a grate and get them in the air fryer. All right, so I got a block of parm here and a microplaner. And I just threw these on a plate, so I think it'll be a little bit easier for you to be able to see. And I'm just going to grate some parm on the top of each of our stuffed mushrooms. Now we're going to place them on our rack. All right, into the oven, into the air fryer it goes. Steady. Success. All right, we got 6 minutes there, so let's let it go and see what happens. So I end up adding 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, and these look awesome. So there's about 30 seconds left, 45 seconds left. So we're gonna open those out. I'm gonna open that up. What I'm really excited about with these is that the tops got really crispy. I don't know if you can see that from the bacon and from the parm. And none of the moisture seemed to get drawn out of the mushroom, which often when I do them in the oven, on whatever cooking apparatus I have it on, some moisture gets drawn out. So these would be absolutely fantastic if you're having friends over for a get together, you know, a quick appetizer, party favorite, whatever, or even if you're, you know, there's a big game on, playoff hockey or whatever you're into is going on, and you're looking for something for your friends to try. I think this would be an absolute fantastic meal, or appetizer, I should say. And what's also great about these is you can do some variations. Sometimes I'll add some fresh jalapeno to them to give it a little bit of kick to balance out that, you know, sweet, heat, salty. Let's cut into one and see how it looks. So I'll take this big boy here so you can see how hot it is. But look how beautiful that looks. Mushrooms cooked through, cream cheese is all nice and melted. I don't know if I'm gonna bite into this second because it looks pretty hot, but maybe we'll wait a minute. All right, I waited about a minute here to try one. The mushroom looks like it really retained its integrity itself, so you can pick that up. Oh yeah, so good. You gotta try these. And if you do, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear how much you like them. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode.